immediately pushing into the base. They're trying to spot him out. APG not even shooting that shot, recognizing he doesn't want to reveal his location.
I like that play. He just wants to make them work for it. Right now, he is doing this perfect flank roll. Remember when we went to the listening? He talked about how he has a flank, stay alive, and here's another perfect situation. He's just going to cause FAB E to panic. I don't want to see APG run this flag until he gets a slay or two, and that's exactly what he's doing. He just keeps this separation between himself and his teammates, and now FAB E, their attention is divided. They don't know whether they should be focusing on top center and getting kills, if they should be going back to their base to try to clear out APG, or if they're going for a flagpole. It's just got to be complete chaos for FAB E.
And this is an intense moment for both teams, as both flags are in fact out, and the flags
Now, what I'm going to cover in this clip is APG, and yes, it's APG, someone that I have said for a while doesn't belong on the pro circuit, but he did extremely well during this tournament and was actually a good teammate, and he had some very good clips which deserve being reviewed. In this particular clip, he got railgun and got camo, dropped down, and he came in for the flag to distract FAB. Now, he pushed in and he was able to get a kill or two, and by being in the base and being able to toss out the flag, what he's able to do is be a very strong distraction, which you heard Washi talking about. And as a result of that, they don't know where APG is, but they know that he's camo, they know that he has railgun, they know that their flag is out, but they don't know exactly where he's at this point in time. That's a huge, huge distraction for an enemy team. If you're able to stay alive, and if you're able to keep the other team on their heels and be able to continue to be that distraction, be able to continue to kill them by shooting them in the back, it allows your team to set up. It allows your team to gain a very strong formation. It allows your team to be able to come in and help you with the flag. It allows you to continue to be that dominant distraction, that dominant deterrent for your team. Now, right now, you might argue, hey, he's separated from his team, so how much could he possibly be benefiting? However, he's doing an amazing job of not being seen. He's doing an amazing job of not letting the enemy know where he's at. He's not charging the railgun where they're able to see him. He's not running around and sprinting. He's not making dumb mistakes here. Again, I understand that's highly unusual for APG, and I'm usually one of the strongest people against him and his gameplay, but he does a very good job in this clip. Now here, as you heard Walshy in the pre-clip, he doesn't want to go and grab that flag and be a runner. As long as he has teammates that are keeping the flag alive and he's defending the flag and the enemy doesn't know where he's at, he is a much, much bigger asset to his team and a much bigger deterrent to the enemy, regardless of who it is, by keeping that camo going. A lot of players you will see get the camo and try and run objective, or get the camo and try and do close range battles. For one thing, we're in the age of HD TV. Another, we're in the age of extremely high powered headsets, and these players, all 8, have both on stage. So not only can they potentially hear his footsteps, they're going to hear his weapon change, they're going to hear his movement, but they're also going to see the camo all when you're up close. When you're at a distance, it's much harder to see, and by being able to curve around the corner right here, he does both. He makes himself silent, he doesn't charge the railgun too early, and he's able to get a perfect kill here, which sets up everything, because now he's blocking this spawn all over again, forcing them to spawn over at the silo, and he's just playing this beautifully. Again, rare for APG, and I'm going to keep saying it, but he does such a good job here. It has to be highlighted, it has to be noted, and he's got to get the respect for being able to play this way. Now, as you're about to see at the end of this clip here, he dies, but it doesn't matter, because he has created such an infraction for the other team, trying to figure out where he is, trying to kill him. He's been able to kill 3, maybe 4 people. He's been able to set up a good flag run. Now, if he hadn't challenged here and he had okay, for example, he saw the guy go into the base and he put a nade there. That's what I call nade trapping. Okay, you block where an enemy is able to go with the nade. So he blocked the door. He should have kept that flag alive and thrown it, or he could have slid into the flag and thrusted and gotten away that way and then gotten a flag run. But he challenged, he died, whatever. But the point of this clip is to show what you do with camo when you have a railgun power weapon. Later on, you're gonna see me highlight Mick when doing it because his play is just absolutely unbelievable what he does later on. But for now, what APG is able to accomplish as a distraction, as a deterrent, as an assisting teammate, as a nuisance to the other team, this is almost perfect gameplay, and being able to block the spawns, being able to process all of these things that a lot of general average players can't do is huge. It's a huge asset to Str8 Rippin, and it's a big reason why him and Heinz and Renegade and Ace were able to dominate so well, because they played so well together in this series against FAB.
Difference the entire match.
Yeah, and one of the good things from Str8 is even though they're not hitting all of these railgun shots, every time they die with it, there's essentially only one shot left here for FAB Esports to try to use it to their advantage. So really not being able to get those power weapons, any real kind of sprees going on where they're killing people.
Now, why are we focusing on such a simple clip this time? Because as you can see, Mose has the railgun. He's obviously from FAB Esports, as you can see there on screen. He starts out being up top mid. Very nice job. He starts off getting a very nice railgun kill on Heinz by not dropping down. Very good job. However, then he decides that I'm out of railgun, I don't have a power weapon, so let me charge out and chase down this kill. Why? There is absolutely no point in chasing down this kill here. Does he get the kill? Yeah, sure. However, he makes himself completely vulnerable. What that means, in easiest terms to understand, he takes away his own power position. He no longer has any map control whatsoever. The enemy team did not have his flag that he had to worry about and make some sacrificial save. All he did was become greedy, become a Joe average player, chase down an enemy, make himself vulnerable, sacrifice position, screw over his team in the long run. What happens? He dies. Why does he die? Because the enemy now gains power position up on top, which is where you want to be. There is absolutely no point in dropping off a middle just because you don't have a railgun. Again, I will highlight this later with Mickwin and a couple other players to show you how perfect of a job they do controlling top mid. And it's essential on most maps. Truth, Regret, even Coliseum on some circumstances, to control the middle and the high point of the map. Dropping down to chase down a single kill makes no sense. It serves no purpose unless you're going kamikaze and you just feel like, well, it's my time to die, so I don't care about my team. Okay, congratulations, Mose. You just made one of the biggest mistakes you can make, and you made yourself look like an average Joe player from matchmaking in Halo. Way to go. So let's watch it one more quick time, and you'll see it's just a foolish play, and I strongly discourage anyone from doing this. You see he gets the kill, he's out of railgun ammo, he sees him on radar, or he knows he's there. Regardless, you don't drop down. He can switch sides of top mid and put shots in the guy. He can call him out. He can move to the left and get an angled shot if the guy's in the open. But why would you drop down, sacrifice your position, sacrifice control, and chase down a kill that the guy's not even one shot? He outplays Mose beautifully. Ultimately, he gets killed because he gets double teamed, but then Mose goes down. Congratulations, you just accomplished nothing.